Hi there, everybody. I'm Dr. John, and I just am here because I have Mary with me and Martha. And we just wanted to have Mary tell a little bit about the history of Martha and the things that have happened. I'm here because I'm one of the founders of craniosacral therapy, and Martha seems to have responded rather well to that type of treatment. Mary, tell us about it.
Okay, well, Martha is the fourth of 9 kids, and the fourth oldest of 9 kids, and everything was pretty normal when she was born. There was no traumatic birthing or any problems.
You're her mother.
Yes, I know.
Okay, yeah.
And we started seeing problems at about 9 to 10 months old with withdrawal. She stopped smiling as much, and she just seemed in her own world, and that really concerned us. So my father was a physician, so we started asking for his help, and little by little, Martha started to regress and lose the abilities that she had had in the first several months. She was not walking, but pulling herself up, and she could sit up. She went through all the developmental stages. She was talking, but little by little she kept losing abilities. At 2, she stopped walking, and we started conventional testing, hospital testing. They couldn't find anything at all to account for any of her problems. And so that was the start of our journey. As we went on, we stayed in the conventional medical realm till she was about 4 years old. At about 4 years old, maybe at 3 years old, she was fitted with hearing aids, and they said that they felt she had a profound hearing loss, and that accounted for all the problems. So she had 2 of the most powerful hearing aids put on her, and she wore those till she was 6. But she kept losing abilities, and little by little, she would go through what screaming spells that would last for sometimes a month, where she would scream around the clock, but no one could ever tell you what was going on. And she started seizuring at about 4, and that kept increasing. They tried to treat it with Dilantin, and she went into Dilantin poisoning, and they pulled back from that, and Martha just blossomed. At that point, she's still walking, and we thought, oh, I guess she was just having just some small problems with. She started walking at 2. After we were to the hospital because she had stopped walking, it turned out that she had fractured her ankle, and we didn't know it.
Oh, boy.
And so anyway, that explained it. When the ankle healed, she went back to walking, and she did pretty good. As I said, until the screaming spell started at about 4.
Age 4, start screaming.
For nights at a time. And as I said, at that time she was fitted with hearing aids also. It didn't help with the screaming. Little by little, I guess at 6, by the time she was 6, they had done her walking once again disintegrated, and she was every time she'd have those bouts of screaming spells, she would have regression.
Did anybody have a diagnosis on her?
No.
A tentative one even?
No. And we took her off the Dilantin, and when she got off the Dilantin, all the seizuring stopped for a while, but then started again.
Right.
At about 6, the walking had gone to nothing, and so they did heel cord surgery. And after she was in a cast for 6 or 8 weeks, from like a body cast on both legs, she wouldn't straighten out. And then they told me she had stiff-man syndrome, where she couldn't bend at all. You just pick her up like a piece of wood. And then the osteopath, orthopedist and all the conventional doctors sort of gave up on us and said, we just don't know what to do. We had gone to hundreds of doctors. We went to at least 150 doctors by the time she was 6.
Wow.
Trying to find some answers or some information as to why to slow the digression.
Right.
And as it turned out, at 6 we were referred to an osteopath who did cranial sacral therapy, and that was Dr. Berry in Lima. And Dr. Berry took one look at her and treated her, and his first comment was, I think I can do something about the nerve deafness. And I thought, we had been in a hearing impaired community for a long time. As soon as she had been diagnosed, we joined a group that had hearing impaired children and did all the studies, the outside studies connected with that. And when it was, when all this happened, Dr. Berry said, oh, I think I can help her hearing. I thought, no, you can't do anything about nerve deafness. Doctors told us, no, you can't do anything. And what was amazing was within a year, on that level, Martha's hearing was normal, and we learned it through brainstem testing. And at that time, it took the interpretation out, of a doctor looking and saying, oh, I think she's hearing or she's not hearing. So we took the hearing aids off. Her hearing was normal, and she definitely responded as a hearing child. My first miracle with cranial sacral, maybe not the soonest. The first reason, I had never seen manipulation before because I wasn't involved in an osteopathic community.
Right.
I was involved in the allopathic community. And so when I first saw the manipulation, I thought, oh my goodness, this is sort of scary.